We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have no idea if the stream is going to be good today. It was struggling yesterday, so we'll see. Right now, I'm just going to leave the living hat. I did a bit of living hat grinding off stream. I know, shocking. I'm just going to leave that behind for a little bit, come back to it later, work on Emily's outfit services and Skull Cavern chests. So I'm just going to rejig the way I put all of this down, such that I can just get up, grab all the jade, and then move. And we're just gonna go to the Desert Festival. Not going to multi-sleep because I feel like getting the jade is more important than that. So that's why I'm just going to go slowly through it. Whilst we chug along. There are 2 hats I'm missing from Emily. I believe it's the Joja cap and the Dark Ball cap. Both of those I would need. So those are the 2 we're looking for. I think I'm going to use what I'm dubbing the Honeywell method, which is check Emily's outfits, save, quit to menu, wear something of the outfit that she's given if I have it, and then try again. And that would be 3 outfits for every day that I'm checking, ideally. So that's the method I'm going to use. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it works out in my favor. I have no idea what the outfits look like for the 2 hats that I'm missing. I'm just going to assume that when they get picked up from Emily, it's just going to send the locations. And so that will be the tell. But ultimately, we'll have to wait and see. I am a little bit upset. I think I have 3 Laurel Wreath crowns, which sucks. Because that could have been the 3 rare hats that I'm missing. But it's fine. I'm not too bothered, technically. Like, it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, because I haven't really grinded this out yet. Not properly, at least. Like, I've done a little bit, but nothing to the extent that anyone else would have done. So it's not like it's a big issue that I have yet to get the Emily hats. You know, just all a learning process for me to work on later. Although that being said, I don't think that Stardew 7.x is going to introduce a lot of max sanity YAMLs anymore, just based on the grinds that you have to go through. Like, hell, there's going to be a lot of just sitting around waiting for certain events, or the living hat grind, or hell, perfection in general is difficult for a lot of players, especially those who've never done it before. So I don't believe that, like, unless there's a specific theme that allows it, I don't believe we'll see a lot of max sanity YAMLs. Either because of hosts banning some of the settings, or because of just the amount of work that you have to put in to do it all. And I do worry that a lot of new players are going to they're not going to realize the amount of effort that you need to put in. They're not going to understand that, you know, like, there's no easy way to grind living hat, or you can't do... You can't just get by without perfection. So, like, all of these different factors I'm worried about. Just because it's going to be a lot. And I love Stardew Archipelago, don't get me wrong. I'm, you know, I'm one of its biggest fans, I think, but I just really worry about the future for it, the future of it. Especially when it comes to, like, new players discovering it, or experienced players learning some new features. Like, this beta was incredible for actually, like, giving a taste of what you have to do to grind for everything. Which is... it's a lot. I would have to do some refining for the YAML that I need. It will... I don't know. Because I like the idea of max sanity. I would like to play max sanity. But the fact is, I don't think I can handle living hat grind or Emily hat grind every single time I want to play Stardew Archipelago. It's now getting to a point where even the simplest settings can have a lot laying on it. If your hat sanity setting is just tailoring, then yeah, that's like one of the easiest settings to have it on. But if you're not aware of the tailoring hats, or if you haven't prepared for knowing what the tailoring hats are, then there's no telling how long it'll take you to figure that out. What I am going to do is I'm going to go remember where the wizard is and build the gold clock again. I did remove it last time I was around for living hat stuff. So the wizard is in Simon Says, which is on the island. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that day be, go grab the gold clock from the wizard, clean up a few things if necessary, and then we'll start the actual Emily grind as intended. I'm really glad it's still free. I didn't know how much it would cost in this instance, so I am glad that it is still free. I would not have liked to grind the money back up for it, put simply. I was going to go harvest the ancient fruit. I decided against it. It's stuff that I'll do again, like another time. I'm not that bothered, really. It's just whatever at this point. Like, I understand that there's a lot of money I need to grind, and I've got dehydrators to go and like actually do stuff, but it's whatever. I'm not that bothered. I am going to move this to here, just so it's easy access. And then I'll sleep. and then we'll actually go through the grind. But yeah, it's stuff like this where it's like, I don't agree with full like an actual max sanity YAML anymore. I don't think it would do anyone any good to have to grind all of this stuff themselves. I myself am struggling, I guess, to keep up. You know, I hate to admit it, but I'm the problem player for this async right now because I've got a lot still left to do. And granted, a bunch of that is scouted. Like the expensive locations are all scouted. The remaining bundles and rooms are scouted. It's just the hats that I've still yet to get. It's the hats, and then there's like tiny things left over that I still yet to do. So having to figure out exactly the best plan of strategy to do things is worrying. And I don't know, like, at what point do I call it quits, if ever, right? Like, I don't want to quit at all. But, like, I expected this to be finished before, I think I said October 2nd. It very much could not happen. Just because of how much I've got left to do. We'll do the excavator shirt. If this gets a bit much for my brain to remember, then I'm just going to go each day at a time. I know that it's technically not optimal, but I think at this point I'd rather just be doing something rather than trying to brain my way through it. What I will do also is grab the Laurel Wreath Crown just to get rid of that in the pool. Or at least attempt to. I'd rather not pick that one up from Emily. As much as I love the Watermelon Band. So, I genuinely... What I want to do is this method for the rest of the time I play this. But I think what's actually going to happen is I do this method for some amount of time, and then just say screw it, and then just go each day as it comes. Like, just do the sleeping. I worry... So I'm not really thinking about it, but I do wonder... Is there ever... I'm going to be honest, I'm just going to go for the sleep method. I really don't want to... Like, I really don't want to have to sit around and, like, figure out clothing stuff. I think I just want to go for the just do the sleeping. So I've been thinking about like doing like all hats runs for 1.6, and the idea of like actually going for every Emily, like the 3 Emily Skullcavern hats, seems worse than than Living Hat, in my opinion. I don't think you can do much when it comes to Emily hats. There are a few methods, but I don't know. I don't believe they are truly the best methods, if I was to be honest. And I'm just gonna sit here. I think like speeding up time isn't going to be helpful, but like I don't believe that grinding for the Emily hats is going to be fun. Most of the hats that you get from Hat Mouse are just going to happen when you get perfection. You need to do that anyway for 2 hats. 2 hats is perfection, and then like I'd say about 80% of the achievements are for perfection as well. Polyculture is something you have to keep mindful of, but it's not that difficult once you have access to the seeds and the money. I'm trying to think of like what other achievements exist that would give hats. Raccoons, I guess, can be difficult. Having to go through every raccoon request, well, like what, 8 raccoon requests for it to be a full house is a bit iffy. But then again, like you should have kegs, preserves jars, dehydrators for shipping anyway. So the only difficulty is getting the crops that they're asking for, or getting the fish, or whatever the hell else they're asking for. Like I don't think it's going to be as difficult as other things in the game. You're doing desert festival runs anyway, so you're doing desert festival stuff anyway, so Gil's hat isn't going to be hard. Monster eradication gives you a few hats. Oh, we disconnected. I'll let it reconnect by itself. Maybe not. Okay, well, that's fair. I don't know, it's just really weird to me of like thinking about a hat run when I doubt anyone's going to do it in 1.6 anymore. Just with how much you have to do, everything that is required of you. I don't believe anyone would go through the work. For any context. It would be fun to do casually. Just as like to show off that you can. Hell, that's what this is. I am getting every hat casually, in a way. But it's definitely not the best solution. It's not the best way to go about things. I think something that really helps AP with the hat grind is the fact that you can choose the season you're going to. So, if you need to do more Emily hats, you can just go to spring. But in vanilla, if you miss all of your opportunities, you're going to have to sleep the entire season and then figure out what you're doing. It really is. It probably is just a case of either have it be seeded so that you know when the correct hats are coming up, or reset often. For Emily's hat, which doesn't seem fun. I have trouble thinking about what would be appropriate for an all hats run in 1.6. And to be honest, unless there's tech that'll get discovered soon for current version, I doubt anyone's going to do it. I am fully under the impression that no one will do the hat grind for 1.6 in vanilla for any purpose other than to show off, or like a casual run. I don't think anyone's going to do it as like a speed run kind of deal. But hey, maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe someone has a video out already where they have gotten every hat in 1.6. And maybe there is a way to get the 3 Emily hats in a timely manner, you know, where you're not sat waiting around sleeping. I don't know, maybe it's seeded. Maybe I should start seeding my runs. I don't know what the strat would be. I think the best way to do it in AP might be to ask Kaito to modify it, but I don't know any way where that can be fair, because otherwise you're getting special treatment for having that setting on. Like, it would just, like, at what point would it be too much where every day of the Desert Festival is guaranteed a new hat? I don't think you can do that. I would never want that. So the idea that there will be modifications made feels like cheating. But I don't understand what the alternative would be. I just don't see these hats being viable for any multi-world. It just takes too long. Even for a skilled player, it would take them way too long to get all of these hats. It would be a long time. So it's definitely going to be the case that a lot of hosts will start policing YAMLs. I worry for the hosts that don't know Stardew and don't have the opportunity to ask someone, hey, is this okay? I have a group of friends who I've offered to do that for, where I go, where I've told them, if you see anyone who you don't trust or you don't recognize, submit a Stardew YAML. Feel free to get me to look over it to see what it's like. I've said that to them because it's really important that both the hosts and the players understand what is going on with their multi-world. And that is really important, I think, for me to be able to say I will mediate, or I can vouch for XYZ in an async. I think it would be really healthy for the Archipelago communities. But in reality, I can't do that for everyone. I cannot honestly go around every async and look at every Stardew YAML being posted. It's just never going to work out for me. And I don't want to be stuck into the role of telling anyone, hey, you can't play this because it's bad or it's evil or whatever. I just want to... What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm just going to move the ancient fruit into this chest anyway. And then we'll just, like... Oh, hey, go down! Like... I don't know what the solution would be. Kaito has added host.yaml options where hosts can say, I don't want this setting, or I will disallow anyone submitting this. But it's not going to be a lot. I bought pause for ads, there's no point. Especially with this, it's just a passive conversation. But you can't go for every edge case, and I do not believe that hosts will be satisfied completely with what Kaito would be offering in this scenario. That wasn't what I intended to talk about today, but I guess it kind of came up, and it's worth saying just to be on the record of my feelings towards 7.x and like the future of multi-worlds and whatever. I feel so passionately about this that I worry that someone is going to be ruining it. I don't know what to do. I genuinely do not know what the solutions would be. I can do what I can to stop unknowing players from submitting bad YAMLs to asyncs and then ruining the experience for everyone. But I won't be able to get all of them. And I most certainly will not be able to... What's the word looking at? I can't ensure that Stardew won't get banned in a lot of asyncs. There's something a friend said to me a while ago. This was a long time ago now. There's something a friend said to me a while ago, which was, if Stardew wasn't already core verified, then it would not be at this time. Because it's just way too many locations, way too many logic rules to follow, and it's mostly a terrible playing experience for a lot of players. I think Kaito's lucky that Stardew Archipelago is in core already, because then he gets to add updates to it whenever he pleases. What? Where's Emily? Weird. Is she on the island? Is that why I'm, like, stupid? I didn't think she went to the island today. Where's Emily? Actually, where's Emily? Hey, Midori. I don't know where Emily went. I need Emily. It's strange to me that she did just disappear. What? Okay, well, I think that's taught me to not use the gold clock to speed up time. Emily will get confused. Reloading the day fixed it. Yeah, I think it's because I sped up time with the gold clock. That's what caused that. But that's just my guess. I don't know for certain. I'm not investigating it further. I just want to get on with the task. And, like, a lot of this is just me sitting here just talking while waiting for Emily to show up. Like, that's the position we've come to. And I don't know what I could have done differently in the past. Because I worry at this point I've become the problem player. And if I can't do the very basic, like, not basic, but if I can't complete the grind of Emily, Skull Cavern, and Living Hat, mainly those ones, then the async won't be able to be finished before the deadline. So I think a lot of my time spent playing this has to be done offline. I think we've gotten to the point where Emily's outfit services, Skull Cavern chests, Living Hat grind, like, I cannot do that on stream if I want to finish this before my self-imposed deadline. So the best thing for me to do, I genuinely believe, is to play off stream, is just to play Stardew Archipelago in my free time and do what I can when I can. And then what that leaves me is not knowing when I don't know when I would start streaming again, because a lot of the time that's spent in those grinds is it's what's left over. It's money grinding for the expensive locations. It's waking up on desert festival days to check Emily's outfits, and it's doing day resets and constant fiber cutting for Living Hat. And I don't think any of that is entertaining to watch. So the idea that I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't want to I don't want to have to stop the streams altogether. I certainly don't think I want to record me doing all of that, just because my gameplay can be very extended when unrestricted. But if there's no other methods, I don't know. I've intentionally left a few things alone. Like, there is a crafting recipe that I've yet to do. There's, I don't think there's a cooking left. I'll have to check. But it's like, I've intentionally left a few things because... Wait, have I received the recipe for that? I have, okay. I got really worried there. But there are a lot of things I've got yet left to do that I've intentionally left. But I wonder if the correct solution is just to get those done. Makes things easier for me later. I guess the question is really, do I do the easy stuff now and then the grind off stream? Or do I do all of the grind off stream and then get the easy stuff done in a short stream where that's when I goal? Like, I've got to craft the quality bobber. I've got to, do... I don't think there's any, like, finishing touches to perfection, but... Like, the sea monster sighting, I still have yet to do. I haven't found the time to just sit on the beach and wait. There are 6 community center things, 3 rooms, 3 bundles, that I've yet to finish, because they're just... The components are sitting in my chests. Like, it's almost done. But there's no point in me doing them, because I know they're not important yet. Like, at that point, it's just cleanup. So I genuinely worry that I'm doing this the wrong way. That I should go and finish off the community center bundles, and then do the remaining of the rest of my cleanup now, finish perfection, to get the hats from perfection, and then end stream, and then do all of the grind offline and just goal quietly without the big celebratory wahoo that I'm going to get. I don't know what the best option would be. And at this point, I'm concerned that I'm not going to be able to finish in time because I've underestimated myself. And I don't want that to be the case because I'd prefer if I prove to myself that I'm worthy to do this. If I can do it once, I could do it multiple times. Not that I'd really want to, but I can. I could do this a lot. A lot of the grind is going to be bad to repeat over and over again for every new async I submit to, but maybe I should solidify my role as the player who picks up the Stardews. You know, I don't get to submit my own, I just play everyone else's that they've abandoned. And in an ideal world, that doesn't happen, is that those Stardews get abandoned. But I can't stop that, I can't prevent that, I can't help that. At least not in the extent that I want to. I can keep hosting asyncs where you learn Stardew Archipelago. I can keep, you know, encouraging folks to try it by writing guides, or giving tips, or creating trackers, but I can't do everything that stops new players from just throwing a Stardew YAML at an async and hoping for the best. I just wish I had a solution, I guess, for everything. I'm gonna move this. I'm not going to like process any of the ancient fruit, but I am going to just pop the chest here and just have this deposit for all of this, because that's just easier than slowly processing it all. I have a lot of suggestions for this game. Like, there are a lot of things that I think should be added that aren't yet. There are a few secrets that aren't implemented. That I would have liked to seen. One of the gifting ones, you can give Linus a treasure chest, and it creates unique gift dialogue. Considering the other unique gift dialogues, I would have expected that to be there. There's anything to do with cursed mannequins, I think that should have been randomized. I don't think you should be expected to have everything happen to you from cursed mannequins, but I feel like something, definitely. Whether they swap the clothes, move a position, like something to do with cursed mannequins, because I think that would be so cool to have them implemented as an idea. Spring Onion Mastery is still yet to be randomized. And whilst I don't think it's intelligent, you know, you only need Jazz and Vincent hearts in the spring. But it's just one more thing I get. Like, I don't know. It's definitely not something I would really vouch for the same way as everything else. But it's just like, it fills this. I don't know. There's a lot I want out of Stardew Archipelago. And the way that it's going, I worry that even my suggestions would be too much. I think Midori at least deserves that to be done. I think I will just move clean up. Well, what have I supposedly not crafted then? Because I would expect that to be Craftmaster. I can't see anything I haven't crafted yet. So it must be hiding somewhere obvious. I've definitely crafted everything, so I don't know. Something's missing for Craftmaster. Whatever that may be, I do not know. There's definitely something going on with that. Maybe I need to sleep. Maybe that's the idea. I did finish an anime last night that was pretty good. I wish there were more episodes to it. There are rumors that there are more in the works, but I haven't seen anything definite. It's just rumors. It's called How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. And I really liked it. I think it was fun. It was good to watch. I definitely want more episodes, but I'm not going to, beg for more. I think if more came out, I'd be happy, but I'm also happy with where it ended up. I think if there were more episodes, I'd like them to explore a lot more of the actual premise of like the war that's happening. And a lot of the future of the characters. I'm trying to not spoil anything. But like I think they should express a lot of the relationships between a lot of the characters. The time in the future, some kind of deal. I want to see how things work out after the events that have happened in the first set parts. I think that'd be really fun to see. Is what next or what's after that. Um, is Emily just broken again? I definitely didn't gold clock this one, right? I don't think I used the gold clock. That's concerning. She's meant to be here by now. Nonetheless, it's a missed day. Which does suck, but... Oh, she is showing, okay. I don't know why it took her so long. I'm glad she decided to move. She's a vendor. Wow. That's a fascinating development there. Alas, it's not enough. I'm expecting Craft Master to trigger here. It didn't. Why? Where's the walnut room? Off volcano. That makes sense. I should have known. Grab my watering can and I'll check. It's really weird. I expected Craftmaster to trigger there. %99 crafting. But I don't think I missed anything. I'm just checking everything again, just in case. Just going through everything slowly. Making sure I've crafted one of everything. It's definitely all. I don't like the idea of using the Stardew perfection tracker. I haven't used it at all this async, but if I can't figure out what I still need to craft, then I'm worried. $143 is more than enough, which means any extras go towards money making. So this is the bundle done, technically. It's just a case of processing it all. What could I be missing? I am actually going to find out. Rude. Wood path is a recipe I do not know. According to this tracker. When I have definitely received it and I've definitely crafted it. But yeah, there is no wood path recipe here. I guess I check Robin? How does a crafting recipe go away? I'm gonna ping Kaito about it. It's game breaking if this is an issue. And then I guess screenshot wood path recipe. Okay, that sucks that that's broken. But we'll see what Kaito says about that. Okay, apologies, but nothing I can really do about that. This is gonna be nice money when I get around to doing this. Do I wait for Robin? I think I wait for Robin. I'm just gonna check Robin's shop. Just to make sure it's not in there, like, in vanilla. There's nothing in Smappy. At least not that I can see. It's just really weird that the recipe's gone. And thus the game doesn't think I crafted it. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. Until Kaito is like, hey, send the save. We'll wait for Robin. But, I don't know anything else. Not in Robin's shop either. Forgive me, I am messaging about the things. Might have been disconnected when you collected it from mail, but since you crafted it. Yeah, it's weird. But I never do anything if the pop-up says that I've disconnected. I always stop and wait for it to reconnect. So, based on my own knowledge of me, I don't think that would be what causes the recipe to leave my knowledge. Oh, excuse me, I do apologize. I do wonder if the best alternative method is just to have the item sent to me again. You know what I mean? But I have no idea. I'll keep going, just in case. There's not much else I can do otherwise. Like, I have to stay and play game. But until... I don't know. Until I get a response or a fix or whatever. I don't know. It would definitely be an AP bug, I would say. I don't think it would be like, oh, Vanilla forgot you learnt this. But then how would AP forget that I received the recipe? I think things that are certain that I'll do on stream, regardless of what comes out of this, is I will still do Jade stuff. I'll still do as much Emily as possible. I'll probably just finish off the community center just for the sake of having it done. But I think there is one thing for certain, and that is that I am losing the motivation to stream this. Because of just how much I have left to do, and I don't think it would be good to have as content, put it one way. So I'll do what I can now, but I do not expect the 5-hour streams that I usually go for. I'll probably just clean up as much as possible, and then do the rest of it offline. I think that is my decision, just based on the enjoyment that I'm getting out of things. I wonder if there is an Emily outfit that encompasses not Emily outfit. I wonder if there are some like clothing items that encompass a lot of the Emily outfits, so that I can have a chance at ruling out more than one per slot. But I am not under. I really don't want to go through all of the work of like figuring out what Emily gives you for every outfit. Oh, I didn't mean to sleep there. I got too caught up in the routine. That was a tree? Oh, right. I forgot I still had those. Sit here and wait. Gonna be honest, I did not expect to run out of things to talk about. I came into this with the knowledge of talking about the anime and nothing else. I didn't really think about it. So I'm surprised I made it this far. I just genuinely worry about the future of this seed and this multi-world. So the things that I still have yet to do for my slot is 3 bundles, 3 rooms for community center. The sea monster sighting, which I have not had the time to just sit at the dock and wait for that. Then these are the following hats. Sombrero, which is legend, so 10k. Sorry, 10 million, sorry. Living hat, which is fiber grind. Gnome's cap, which I can only guess is Craftmaster, based on my list. Elegant Turban is all achievements. Junimo hat and question mark are perfection. Joja cap and Dark Ball cap are Emily hats. Dark Cowboy hat and Red Cowboy hat are Skullcavern hats. And then I've got the Wizard blueprints of Earth, Water, Desert, and Island obelisks. Junimo hut, Gold Clock. Krobus purchase Return Scepter. And then Robin's Mountain Shortcut, Down to Tide Pools, Tunnel to Backwoods, Shortcut Blueprints. Casino Guy, Statue of Endless Fortune. And then just random catalogs, Furniture, Junimo, Retro, and then the tea set from the Travelling Cart once I get to year 25. A lot of those are scouted, a lot of those are already, you know, scout hinted rather. So I do not believe that I should be focusing on those much, because I know that they're not going to have Midori's Emily Hart. What they will have is pain, and I worry for the pain. I mean, it is just sit at the desert festival. I don't know. I don't know what else I could have done. I think what I'm going to do is finish off Emily today and then just go to Skull Cavern runs for the chests. Genuinely, that's what I think would be more fun for me to do right now. And that's where I'm going to be going. So, what I'll do is I'll just have Emily's hat today. Or, well, just attempt Emily's outfits today. Then go to Sunday, trade my jade for staircases, go for a really good luck day with Statue of Endless Fortune, a +1 luck. Just go for it and see what happens. If I have a magic rock candy spare, I'll use it. Emily must have ran past me while I was looking away. It's a lot. This entire grind is a lot, and whilst it would have been easier if I did it all earlier, I don't know if that would have made things better for me. I did what I could. But it's definitely a weird one. Just gonna collect all of this, shove all of this in here. Sleep. Sleep. Collect all of this. Go to the desert trader. Grab all the staircases possible. Head back home. I'm not going to bother picking that up. About to say, I'm sure I missed one. Is that... I mean, I guess I could craft all of my stone into staircases, but... The plan is for me to be doing day resets. If I don't get any hats. And if I do get hats, then I save. Just so that the proof that I got the hat is there. So I'm just going to sleep until great luck. And then see what happens. That makes sense. I think I want to sleep until... I'll still collect all of this, it's whatever. Sleep until great luck and get +1 luck from the Statue of Blessings. It's probably the best combo I can have. There it is. Volcano. I'm not going to pause buffer. I find that will be quite silly to do. Oh, interesting. I like that idea. I feel like that's a lot of overlap that I have to make, though. Like, having great luck and +1 luck. And then getting the Desert Chef luck. If that make... Like, it's a lot that I have to stack. I'm not sure how much I want to go for that. I like the idea, though. Definitely a backup. If needed. Again, there's an ad in 2 minutes, but I'm not going to pause for it. There's no point. Lucky rings? Oh, I hate lucky rings. But you bring up a good point. I've never needed lucky rings in my life, so there's still... it's like, it's whatever to me. But I will consider, actually. I think they would be good. Oh, great. Well, -1 staircase. There's an argument for pause buffering as well, like, alongside all of that. I don't know. Like, it's a lot. Okay, that'll be a backup, is the lucky rings. Definitely. And then if a great luck happens to land on a desert festival, I'll go for desert chef luck as well. There's a lot to keep in mind, so good planning. I won't bother. That's really funny. That's really funny. Out of all three. Out of every cowboy hat I needed. Well, I guess technically I needed two. So, out of all two. Welcome back from the ad break, I believe, if Twitch is correct. I got the one cowboy hat I've already owned, so the game loves toying with me, it would seem. Just going to keep at it until either I pass out, I die, run out of staircases, whatever happens that could prevent me from carrying up. And then if I have any of the two... Oh my gosh. 3 reds, 2 dark, and a turbot. That's wild. I'm used to coming down here with monster musk, so having these be, like, empty is wild. Like, it's... Hey! That's one. So do all floors now have 2 chests, or is it just 200? Okay, it's just 200. Free crystallarium is not bad. This day is already being kept because of that hat, so any loot I do grab is beneficial. Whether for money or just to keep more things happening. I guess there is an argument for me just, like, leaving, saving, and then coming back another day. I don't know what the best solution would be. I would love to see if someone has done a 1.6 all hats Taz. I do like watching Taz things. Like, it would probably be... I understand that the concept of a 1.6 all hats Taz is get perfection and everything else that happens on top of that. Like, tailoring and other achievements, any random drops, like that kind of thing. But I don't think any of that is too out of the way. I still feel like a lot of it is on the way of perfection. Whether it is the tailoring items or like polyculture, you're already shipping anyway, so it's just a matter of space to get the crops that you need still. So I just need the red cowboy hat now. That is the one we're looking out for. Any other cowboy hats are fakes, any other hats are frauds, and any other rewards are cheap. That is the motto we will carry forth in this battle. These perilous caves of I don't know. I'm not that good at improv. Eh, ha ha! Well, that was easy. I barely used the staircases. Well... Yeah, all three. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, because I already had the blue one. So... Yeah, I got all three in one run. That's pretty good. They don't sell for anything. I guess you... I think you can ship them, but they can't sell for anything then, right? That sucks. Okay, I feel a bit lost now. I didn't expect to have that be done so quickly. Well, all three in one run. What's next? I guess I could go finish off those bundles. Might as well grab them. Just claim that I've done them. Rather, not claim, show that I've done them. I think they're in here. Wait, 3? What? I thought it was 2. I genuinely thought it was 2. I guess ancient fruit jelly? It's the only one I'm actually prepped for. With having ancient fruit, I mean. That's, an oversight on my part. I genuinely thought it was 2. I thought I saw 2 were required. I swear all of my planning had me do 2 at a time. 2 of those. Not 3. Huh. $622. That's a lot. And there's nothing I can do about the others, really. I think it has to be ancient fruit jelly. Just based on what I've already got. I didn't expect that. Golden walnut and lupini, so they're not needed. So I guess I can wait. I don't need any more jade, so these can all go. These can stay. But maybe it's worth it I craft more. I need a new mouse. I can craft 100-ish. Guess that'll be fine. Is Robin out? Yeah, it's fine. I'll grab her another day. I was thinking about upgrading the shed to big shed to get the room for the preserves jars. I don't know. It's tough. That is awkward. I didn't think about that. Let me grab my watering can. Because I want to go check Walnut Room and check the perfection tracker. To see if the crafting bug that I've somehow encountered is the only thing preventing me from getting perfection. %, 404, yes, yes, 100%, 25, 25, yes, 100, 99, 100, 130. It is just that one crafting recipe. So, firstly, what the hell happened? How did it go away? Secondly, I need the recipe back somehow. So that is 4 hats? No. Just 3 hats that are locked behind that bug. Okay. I need to go to the wiki. I need to actually figure out this sea monster. Because if there is any location that has that sea monster... Sorry, if there is any location that is early enough to have the Emily hat that does not require a grind, it's that sea monster. So... Ah, this is the one I'm looking for. Okay. I think it is just a case of sit at the beach. Do I have a chair? I can get a chair. I've got the furniture catalogue. There we go. We're gonna make this fun. With a chair. But, to be honest, I don't think there is anything else I can do to have this be an entertaining stream. Everything remaining is a hell of a grind, and I don't think I wanna. I don't think I wanna do it on stream. I do not want to subject anyone to that. So I'm going to end stream, go grab some food, and just, I don't know, watch videos for the rest of the day. I hate that that's the solution, but I don't know. It's really weird. It's tough. It's not what I expected to happen by the end of this. But I think this is it. I think that's the end of it. So, I thank everyone for showing up. Really appreciate the support. I'm going to go and finish this grind. Alright, I'll hopefully see everyone in the next stream. We'll probably be doing either Celeste or big async stuff, because both of those are overdue. So, see ya. Good night.